Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. T.S. Eliot. Welcome to Moab, Utah, the home of legendary Easter Jeep Safari. This isn't just a trail ride, it's a gathering for off-road enthusiasts from around the world. Over 9 days, thousands gather to conquer sandstone ledges, slick rock domes, and some of the most iconic trails on this planet. This is my Rogue Expedition through the heart of Moab. Today we are taking on what Moab off-roaders call the Trifecta, a legendary combo of 3 connected trails: Poison Spider, Golden Spike, and Gold Bar Rim. This isn't just a loop around the block. We're tackling a 29.5 mile point-to-point route that stretches across some of the toughest and most scenic terrain in the entire Southwest. We start on Poison Spider, a Jeep Badge of Honor trail with a difficulty rating that ranges from 5 to an 8, depending on which obstacles and lines you choose. The trail wastes no time throwing you into a steep, slick rock climb, technical ledges, and a notorious waterfall obstacle, and the wedgie, of course, an angled rock gap that's every bit as sketchy as it sounds, but we'll go over that one later. I'm wheeling today in my white two-door 2018 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. It might not be the biggest rig on the trail, but it's more capable than it looks. Thanks to some key upgrades, I'm running a 4-inch lift, 37-inch Predator tires for extra grip and clearance, and some Falcon 3.3 shocks to soak up the hits. These mods let me hang in with my buddies that are in much larger and more built-out Jeeps. But here's the deal. No matter how built the Jeep is, the short wheelbase of a 2-door Wrangler comes with some real trade-offs. It's nimble and can turn on a dime, which is great in tight sections. But when it comes to steep climbs and vertical walls, that short wheelbase can be a disadvantage. Why? Because with less distance between the front and rear axles, the rig's center of gravity shifts backwards more quickly on steep ascents. That means the front end wants to lift, and in some cases it can feel like the Jeep's about to tip. A longer wheelbase rig stays more planted because of the extra length and helps keep those front tires down and maintain traction. So today, in a few big obstacles, that limitation is going to show. When you're out here on the rocks, a good spotter can make or break your day. These obstacles aren't just about horsepower and big tires. They're about precision, control, and line choice. And sometimes the driver's seat is the worst place to see what's really happening underneath your rig. That's where a spotter comes in. They're your eyes on the ground, helping you hit the right line, avoid diff hangups, tire slippage, or worse, body damage. On tricky climbs and off-camber sections, that outside perspective is everything. It's not just about safety, it's about confidence. when someone you trust is on the radio or out in front, like Troy is, guiding your tires inch by inch so you can focus on the drive without second guessing every move. Especially in a short wheelbase rig like mine, where balance and angle are so sensitive, a spotter can be the difference between sending it and getting sent. Before we get any deeper into the trail, I've got to give a huge shout out to Ranch, Dana, and the whole team at Best Off-Road. They're not just sponsoring this run, they're the reason my Jeep is even capable of taking on this trail. Every single upgrade on this rig, from the lift, tires, suspension, everything has been done by them, and I wouldn't trust anybody else to turn the wrenches on my build. They know their stuff, they live the lifestyle, and they build rigs that don't just look good, they perform. If you're thinking about upgrading your Jeep, or any off-road setup, bestoffroad.com is definitely the crew that I recommend. Alright, let's talk tires for a second, because out here your tires are your lifeline. I'm running the brand new Predator Mutant RT 37 by 13.5. Let me tell you, these things are beasts. I'm not running beadlocks, which means I need a tire that can hold its own when aired down. And around 11 psi, these Mutants hook up and hold traction like nothing I've run before. Whether it's slick rock, loose ledges, or technical climbs like this one right here, they've stayed planted, gripped harder, and just kept moving forward. I'm proud to be sponsored by Predator Tires, and after today's run, you're going to see exactly why. These tires aren't just tough, they're trail proven. This is one of the most infamous obstacles on Poison Spider, known as the Wedgie. Yep, the name pretty much says it all. It's a deep V-notch cut into the rock with steep walls on both sides that force your rig into a tight, off-camber crawl. Tires get light, traction gets sketchy, and body panels get nervous. This is where tire placement matters down to the inch. One wrong move, and you're scraping your rock panels, or worse, you're kissing the wall with your front door. For longer rigs, there's a bit more stability. But in a short wheelbase, two-door like mine, this obstacle feels tippy fast. With my new Predators aired down to 11 psi and a good spotter out front, I was able to stay composed and crawl out. But it's definitely one of those moments where you realize how technical Moab can be. The Wedgie isn't just a test of your rig, it's a test of your nerves. Here's one of those moments where I wish I would have bought a four-door. I'm following Casey. He's rolling in a fully built 392 Rubicon, and his rig makes everything out here look effortless. Long wheelbase, big power, and all the toys. But when he starts working hard to get through something, that's my cue to buckle up and lock in. If there's a line that's giving Casey trouble, I know my two-door's about to be in for a fight. This is where precision, throttle control, and a good spotter can make all the difference. And if you take a look right here, coming up on the left, that's blue body paint, so I know that someone's already hit that. Note to avoid.
Reverse back. Trying to pull a Diego? Come on. Fuck. Your back is gonna drop. Reverse.
Yeah, so that wasn't very fun. Let's do it again. Because I don't have a front camera on the front of my rig, I ended up taking my GoPro, pointing it down on the ground so I could see where my tires are going to end up. And I could also see my spotter this time, so that ended up helping. Thanks, Bruce. This is one of those ones that didn't look too bad as I was going down, but when I looked back up, I'm probably glad I didn't see it beforehand. This was the obstacle that made me decide I probably need to get a high clearance rear bumper. This is one of those obstacles that's no joke. Steep, technical, and a real test of a rig. Bree walks up this like it's nothing. That's the kind of run that we can all hope for. Unfortunately, sometimes the trail reminds us who's boss. Next Jeep drops in, hits it just a little wrong, and all of a sudden you need a new drive shaft. Just like that, someone's day is over, and you don't have four-wheel drive for the rest of the trail. It's a brutal reminder. Moab doesn't care how built your rig is. Out here, anything can happen. There's a point where the trail turns into more than just rocks and rig setups. It becomes an adventure. People are spotting for each other, trying insane lines, and seeing what their Jeeps are really made of. Not because they have to, but because they want to. This is one of the best parts of off-roading. It's not always about the hardest trail or the biggest flex. Sometimes it's about laughing when you pick the wrong line, celebrating when someone makes it up something wild, and one-upping what you thought was possible. It's about being a part of a crew that's here to enjoy every second of the ride. The off-road community is built on days like this. Good people, good trails, and that shared love for pushing limits and making memories. This next obstacle is called the launch pad, for obvious reasons. This is one that I've been watching on YouTube videos for about a week now. Kind of dreading it, to be honest. There's no real bypass, no second guessing. Once you commit, you're going. The line choice matters, but more than that, it's all about control. Slow, steady, and locked in. It's the kind of obstacle that separates confidence from chaos, but once you're through it, the adrenaline rush was unreal. This is one of the Moab moments that makes the whole day worth it.
That'll make your butthole pucker. Jeez. Oh my god. That one was... I know there's no problems, but it's just like... Dude, mentally I was like, how? Felt like my front end was just coming up.
Sometimes you just have to slow down. Take it all in. Out here, it's easy to get caught up in the challenge, the obstacles, the line choices, the adrenaline. But then you get views like this. From above, the scale of this place hits different. Endless slick rock, distant ridge lines, and jeeps crawling like ants across ancient stone. This isn't just a trail. It's a reminder of how small we really are, and how lucky we are to explore it. This is exactly what the Rogue Xpedition is about. Adventure, challenge, and perspective. From the ground and the sky. Here it is, the final big challenge of the day, the waterfall and gold bar rim. I had watched every video I could before this trip, and one thing that stood out is that I didn't see a single two-door JL make it up unassisted. Everyone that I had saw was getting winched, so I came into this thinking that that's just going to be a part of my plan as well. But then something changed. I had a group of incredible spotters around me, people who saw that I could do it even when I didn't think that I could. They believed in me when I fully didn't believe in myself. They picked the line, they coached me through it, and gave me the confidence I needed to send it. No winch, no straps, Just grit, trust, and the right team. That obstacle wasn't just the end of the trail. It was the reason I came out here. To push past what I thought was possible. To lean on others when I needed it. And to walk away knowing that I'm more capable than I ever give myself credit for.